Back to the airwaves, my friend.
Hey, thank you, Darren, and hello, everyone. I'm sorry that I'm a little bit late tonight, but we have other duties to do, so I had to get down here when I could, and you know what? I knew it would be in good hands with Darren on the job.
And this Decorah girls team returns a lot of experience from last year, but a lot of things to clean up from last year as well, but some time has been put in the off-season to try to do that.
That's right, Darren, and certainly this is a year. We've got a lot of senior leadership here. Again, Coach Storhoff, of course, this is the team she started out with, so they've had about 2 to 3 years of her coaching. So I really believe that this is the year for them to make a little bit of an impression, and what a good game to start with. Edco is a good team.
Caitlin Ronenbaum and Caitlin Kriegel will jump center. Edco to our right, Decorah to our left here in the first half. Bob Jacobson tosses the ball up, and the ball is controlled by Edco. Carrie Fitzpatrick on the left side. Fitzpatrick guarded by Shelby Stahlberger. She'll go top of the key to Hannah Hess. Hess takes Schering to the baseline, stops the right block, lost control of it, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Schering. Edco will keep it 13 seconds in, no score. The trigger person will be Fitzpatrick, baseline right. Lobs it into Ronenbaum, top of the key. Back to Fitzpatrick on the right wing, dribbles to the free throw line, lost control of the behind the back dribble. Stahlberger with the steal, taking it away officially was Jurlett. Back to Shelby. Up into the front court, Taylor Schering. Schering driving the left baseline, bounce pass underneath to Olinger, put it up, no good, but a foul is called.
And a nice look there, Darren, on the weak side. I wish that Tess would have gone up just a little bit stronger.
Olinger will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. 5 points game a year ago and 5.5 rebounds a game. She'll miss the first free throw, and she'll have another. We're just underway, no score. We're 29 seconds into the ball game.
This is going to set up the trivia question for later. Who's the first Viking to score this year?
Olinger's second free throw up and good. And the prize will be?
I thought you were going to give him $50.
We'll see what we can do on that. 1-0 Decorah. Edco basketball shooting to our right. Fitzpatrick in the right corner to Hess. Hess dribbles to the free throw line, stops against Schuring's defense, leaves it on the right wing to Braden. Braden left side to Katie Bush. Bush into the lane, kicks it right side to Hess. Hess driving right baseline, put up the shot, no good. Jurlid the rebound for Decorah. Her outlet pass deflected by Fitzpatrick, though taken by Olinger, and she'll drive in and lay it up for two.
Good job.
The game a hot potato, won by Decorah, and it's 3-0 Vikings a minute into the game. Fitzpatrick driving the left side, and she is bumped into and fouled by Shelby Stahlberger, her first and the team's first as well. 1:06 into the game, 3-0 Decorah. Fitzpatrick, 2A first-team All-Stater a year ago. She's committed to Upper Iowa. 22 points, 12.3 rebounds, 5.2 steals, and 4.1 assists a game a year ago.
She had a good game against us last year, Darren, if you recall.
First free throw was no good. Second free throw up and good. It's 3-1. Decorah, 1:08 into the game. Quickly ahead to Stahlberger and to Jurlid in the lane. Put up a wild shot, but got it to go. Jurlid with her first two. It's 5-1 Decorah, minute 15 in. On the left side with it is Katie Bush. Bush around a screen to the free throw line. Stops. Had it knocked away by Jurlid, and Jurlid ends up tying her up, and the alternating possession will go to Decorah. Minute 24 in, 5-1 Decorah.
Darren, right now, what I would say is that Decorah is playing some real good defense, and they're really making things tough. And the thing I liked about that last play was that we passed the ball down the floor and got ahead of the defense.
Maria McDonough into the game. Passing the timeline to Caitlin Kriegel, now to Schering. Schering drives all the way down, lost control of it. It goes out of bounds, and Edco will play it from the far end. 1:31 in, it's 5-1 Decorah. First turnover on the Vikings there a moment ago. Up into the front court comes Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, right wing to Hess. Checked there by Schering. Dribbles to the free throw line. Drives all the way in. Lost it off her foot, out of bounds. And that's the third turnover on Edco.
Is this the first game of the season, Darren?
No. Oh. Yes. Just a reminder there, Coach B. Schering ahead to Kriegel. Kriegel just shy of the timeline. Her pass towards Jurlid deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Payton, and that's the second turnover on Decorah. We're almost 2 minutes in. It's a 5-1 lead for Decorah. The JV won tonight by a 48-12 margin. Fitzpatrick around the screen right side, guarded there by McDonough. Goes in the right corner to Hannah Hess. Hess now to Ronenbaum. Ronenbaum underneath the Fitzpatrick, lays it up and in. Fitzpatrick from the right block has all three for Edco. It's 5-3 Decorah. 2:10 into the game. Skirring dribbles up on the front court. On the left side of Peyton Jurlid. She'll take a three-pointer and got it. Jurlid with 5. It is 8-3 Decorah. We are 2:20 into the game. Up to the front court, Carrie Fitzpatrick. Into the left corner, and Bush. Bush lost control of the ball. It goes out of bounds, and that's the 4th turnover already on Edco.
And let's give credit to the defense by Decorah. They're picking them up basically full court and really slapping it on them.
And a 30-second timeout is asked for by Coach Bridget Storhoff. 5:33 to play, quarter number 1. It's an 8-3 lead for Decorah. Jurlid with 5, Olinger with 3 thus far. Carrie Fitzpatrick with all 3 for Edco. Fitzpatrick, the player that has the most experience returning for Edco. Not a lot of other experience, and kind of getting to gel that team together will probably take some time for the black and gold Vikings here in the early portion of the season. Yeah,
they lost some people, and of course they're trying to put it all together. I really think that they have a solid program, and certainly they're going to make some waves again in their particular league and class.
And they were 14-8 a year ago. Against some pressure inbounds, it comes to Jurlid, tried to get it to Kriegel and threw it over her head and out of bounds. So we're 2.5 minutes in, an 8-3 lead for Decorah. Into the front court will come Carrie Fitzpatrick. Moving to the front court to our right against Maria McDonough's defense. And Maria knocks it away, taken away by Kriegel. Now to Skirring. Skirring on the right side to Jurlid. Bounces it underneath the Olinger. Fades away from 7. Shot up, no good. Rebound down to Fitzpatrick for Edco. She'll bring it up the right side of the floor against McDonough's defense. Into the right corner, and Clute. Clute, bounce pass underneath with the right block to Fitzpatrick. Put up a 5-footer, no good. Rebound down to Maria McDonough. Outlet right to Peyton Jurlid. Jurlid in forecourt. Over on the left side to Kriegel. Ball knocked away by Fitzpatrick. Taken away by Fitzpatrick for Edco. Up the right side of the floor, and she is bumped into and fouled by Maria McDonough. Maria picks up her first, team second. We are 3:13 into the game. It's an 8-3 lead for Decorah.
Well, Darren, I'd say that Decorah wants to play an up-tempo game, and certainly that's all right. We have to be just a hair more controlled on our passes.
Into the game comes Riley Monteith for Decorah. Shelby Stahlberger back in to join Skirring, Olinger, and Jurlid on the floor. Bounce pass into Hess. Hess put up the shot, no good. Ronenbaum there for the board, and Ronenbaum puts it up and in. The putback situation makes it 8-5 Decorah. 4:33 to play, quarter number 1. Jurlid in the backcourt. Dribbles into a trap right side. Her deflected pass goes to Stahlberger underneath the Monteith right block. Puts it up and in. Riley Monteith with her first varsity bucket. It's 10-5 Decorah. 4:17 to play, quarter number 1. Hess on the right side to Clute. Clute driving to the baseline against Skirring. Now to Ronenbaum. Ronenbaum outside the arc right side. Takes the dribble. Bounce pass underneath towards Braden. Knocked away. Taken away by Tess Olinger. Olinger to Stahlberger in the midcourt area. Now to Skirring. Taylor drives in. Left block. Puts it up and in. Skirring with her first 2. It's 12-5 Decorah.
Nice play there, Darren.
3:49 to play here in the first quarter. Up to the front court comes Hannah Hess. Hess on the right wing to Brylan Clute on a high post right to Ronenbaum. Takes a 20-footer and she scores. Ronenbaum with her second bucket. 12-7 Decorah. 3:30 to play here in quarter number 1. Stahlberger in the backcourt. Her pass to Skirring. Skirring catches it and dribbles across the timeline. Leaves it to Jurlid. Dumps it to Monteith. Goes up and got fouled. The foul will go against Cayenne Braden. Her first, team second. Pretty good press break for Decorah that time.
Very much so, Darren. They did the back door there to Skirring. And then the other thing I liked is we passed the ball underneath the basket to Jurlid. Jurlid looked for the open girl. Monteith got a foul.
Riley will go to the free throw line after a 30-second timeout for Edco. 12-7 Decorah. Game number 1 of 2014-2015 high school basketball season. Glad you're with us once again. And all the games are available on AM 1240 KDEC and at KDECradio.net as well. First of 19 games we'll be bringing you this year.
Well, I'm excited
hopefully
too.
Many more.
I'm excited, Darren. And certainly I hope our fan base of, we're trying to increase each year. I think we made double figures last year. We're going to try to get more this year.
Exactly.
So, no, Darren, in all reality, I certainly appreciate the opportunity to go ahead and broadcast games with you again.
Riley Monteith will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. 3:23 to play here in the first quarter. It is a 12-7 lead for Decorah. Monteith's first free throw up and good.
Did you say 17 years?
Yeah.
This is the beginning of the 17th year.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I didn't think you'd been out of high school 17 years.
Unfortunately. Well, many ways to go with that one, and none of them are good. So, Monteith's second free throw up and good. She makes them both 14-7. Decorah right to the right baseline is Hess. She'll back it out to the right corner. Leaves it right of the arc to Bush. Bush driving right side. Lob pass underneath towards Carrie Fitzpatrick, and her arm was hooked by Shelby Stahlberger, and Shelby will pick up personal number 2 and team foul number 3. 3:11 to play in the quarter, 14-7. Decorah with the lead. Carrie Fitzpatrick, lob pass, top of the key to Cayenne Braden. Braden guarded by Kriegel. On the right side to Almling. Almling had it stripped, taken away by Peyton Drillett. Her jump pass tried to get it to Maria McDonough, and it goes into the first row of the crowd. So that's 5 turnovers on Decorah. It's 7 turnovers on Edco. It's the first game.
And you know what? Again, great steal. We didn't have anything. Slow it down, bring it up the court.
3:01 to play in the quarter. It is a 14-7 lead for Decorah. Fitzpatrick will dribble up into the front court for Edco. Guarded by Maria McDonough. Around a screen to the left side. Had it knocked away, got it back, skips it over right side to Hannah Hess. Hess against Jurlett on the right side, keeping her dribble. Now picks it up outside the arc. She's double-teamed. Leaves it back to Fitzgerald in the midcourt area, or Fitzpatrick in the midcourt area, and she is held and fouled by Maria McDonough. McDonough will pick up personal number 2, team foul number 4. All 4 of Decorah's fouls, if I'm not mistaken, have been against Fitzpatrick trying to defend her.
Well, obviously she's the one that's the money for them, and she's feeling some pressure to make things happen.
Lob pass in deep on the left side to Ronenbaum. Ronenbaum at the left corner to Fitzpatrick. A three-pointer is up. It's no good. Rebound to Maria McDonough for Decorah. 2:28 to play first quarter. 14-7 Vikings. McDonough midcourt area to Schuring. Schuring takes a couple of dribbles, goes right side to McDonough. Lob pass underneath the Monteith was a little too tall. It goes out of bounds, and the turnover margin, or the turnover total now, is 6 for Decorah.
And I know none of the fans were there to see that. They're listening on the radio, but we tried to force it in on that low post on the side. Reverse the ball, and they've been open on the backside.
Carrie Fitzpatrick dribbles up for Edco to the front court to our right. Fitzpatrick drives to the right block, puts up a runner and scores. Fitzpatrick with 5 already. It is a 14-9 lead for Decorah. 2 minutes to play first quarter. Scoring up into the front court. Scoring on the drive, right of the lane, tried to leave it to nobody in particular. It's taken there by Braden. Outlet left to Carrie Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick dribbles up in the front court. Fitzpatrick driving left to the lane, goes left corner to Bush. A 20-footer is up, no good. Rebound on the weak side, taken by Braden, right wing. Back between the circles to Bush. Bush works on Schuring, dribbling into the lane, and a reach-in foul is called on Taylor. Taylor picks up her first, the team's 5th. We have 93 seconds to play in quarter number 1. It's a 14-9 lead for Decorah. After subs, it's Kriegel, Schuring, McDonough, Jurlett, and Olinger on the floor for Decorah. Fitzpatrick will look to trigger it in. Does so in the right wing to Flute. Back between the circles to Ronenbaum. Ronenbaum back to Fitzpatrick, guarded by McDonough. Retreats to the three-point line. Takes a three-pointer. No good. McDonough the rebound. Quickly ahead to Schuring. Schuring's by herself. Nice jump stop at the right block. Puts it up and in. Schuring with 4. 16-9 Decorah. 1:13 to play first quarter. On the left wing with it is Bush. Bush goes top of the key to Ronenbaum. Ronenbaum steps up to a free throw line. Jay, it's no good. Rebound pulled down by Decorah. I believe it was Kriegel who got it.
Yes, it was.
Now to Schuring up into the front court. Right corner to McDonough. McDonough vocally calling out a set play back between the circles to Schuring, and she'll slow things down against the person-to-person defensive Edco. On the left wing, Jurlett. Top of the key to Schuring. Three-pointer up. Got it. Taylor Schuring with 7 already, and it's 19-9 Decorah. 40 seconds to play first quarter. Fitzpatrick up into the front court for Edco. Dribbling around in the midcourt area, veering over to the right near side against McDonough. Fitzpatrick drive to the right block. Now stops, goes right corner to Cayenne. Braden, a 20-footer is off. The rebound to McDonough for Decorah. Outlet right to Jurlett. Quickly ahead to Skirring. Skirring with the 2-on-1. Nice pass ahead to Olinger. Right block, puts it up and in. Olinger with 5. 21-9 Decorah. 13 seconds to play in the quarter. Fitzpatrick up into the front court for Edco. And a foul called away from the ball. And Charlie Zahn talking to Kriegel and to Braden. And Kriegel will get the personal. That will be her first. That will be the team's 6th. 8.5 seconds to play in the quarter. It is a 21-9 lead for Decorah. On the far side, Ronenbaum will play it inbounds. Ronenbaum into Fitzpatrick, just shy of the timeline. Fitzpatrick with 5 seconds. Fitzpatrick on a crossover against Jurlett. Backs out to an 18-footer. Leaves it short. Rebound down to Jurlett, and that will be the end of the first quarter of play. 1 quarter done, 21-9 Decorah. This for the A&J Petersburg Agency Insurance and Real Estate. 21-9 Decorah after 1 quarter of play. Taylor Skirring with 7. Peyton Jurlett and Tess Olinger with 5. Carrie Fitzpatrick with 5 for Edco to this point. Anything else looking good on the stat sheet for Decorah?
Oh, there's something that looks very good, Darren, and this is really something you look and strive for. Right now, Decorah has made 8 shots, including 2 3-pointers out of 9 attempts. If they can keep that up, it's going to be one of those nights that you dream about. Let's hope that they can continue to shoot within rhythm. They're doing a nice job of not forcing the issue. The only thing that I could say is that they need to slow down a little bit when they don't have numbers and they don't have the break.
Bottom line, when they're getting offensive opportunities, they're taking care of business.
Absolutely, and that's because they're taking their time and shooting within rhythm.
Edco ball to start the second quarter. They shoot to our right. Fitzpatrick on the dribble into the front court against Shelby Stahlberger with 2 fouls. Fitzpatrick on the left side to Hannah Hess. Hess bumped into and fouled by Skirring. No, it's going to be a travel.
Yeah, good defense.
So, turnover number 8 on Edco.
Right. I'm really impressed with Decorah's defense so far.
Inbounds it comes to Peyton Jurlett. Jurlett on the right side, leaves it to Skirring. Top of the key, all alone for a 3-pointer. It's off the back iron and drops to the bottom of the well. Decorah now 3 for 3 from a long distance. It's 24-9 Vikings. 7:33 to play second quarter. Fitzpatrick on the drive of the lane, put up the shot. It's no good, but a foul is called. I believe Schulb's going to get her 3rd. Ray Armel will come over and tell us something. They're going to get Skirring for the foul, actually. That will be her 2nd. Team 7th with 7:29 to play in the quarter. 2 shots coming for Fitzpatrick, who has 5 points thus far, the first team All-Stater a year ago. First free throw, no good.
Well, you can tell that she's forcing the issue a little bit, Darren, and so far it's working in that we're getting some fouls against us on that. But I don't think the officials really knew who fouled her there, to be honest with you. They looked very indecisive.
Well, early in the season for them, too. As the free throw no good, Monteith got the rebound, tied up by Kylie Almling, alternating possession to Decorah. 7:26 to play, quarter number 2, 24-9, Decorah with the advantage. Against the pressure, Skirring quickly ahead to Peyton Jurlett on the left near side. Deep in forecourt, now to Skirring, midcourt area, right side to Shelby Stahlberger. Takes a 15-footer, no good, rebound pulled down, and a foul is going to be called on Edco, I believe, yeah. And it's going to be Almling with the foul, her first and the team's 3rd. 7:11 to play, second quarter. It's 24-9 Vikings. Skirring will look to get the basketball inbounds. Skirring to Stahlberger, right side to Jurlett. A skip pass over on the left side to Skirring. Skirring on the drive, into the left block, put up the shot, no good. Olinger got the rebound, put it up high off the glass, no good. Fitzpatrick with the board for Edco. Fitzpatrick quickly ahead to Ronenbaum. Ronenbaum goes up and got fouled by Monteith. Vikes got beat down the floor that time, and Monteith with no choice but to foul Ronenbaum.
Well, it could be a good foul, Darren, if you're going to keep him from scoring in that position.
Monteith with the foul, her first and the team's 8th. 6:55 to play here in the quarter. It is 24-9. Edco, first free throw for Ronenbaum, up and good, and she has 5 points on the night.
And again, if you look at the scoreboard here, Darren, Decorah has 8 fouls. They have 3, and that's a danger of full court pressure. you got to keep your hand out of the cookie jar.
Second free throw is up, and it is good. So 6 points for Caitlin Ronenbaum. It is a 24-11 lead for Decorah. Drill it high post left to Kriegel. Put up a shot, no good. Fitzpatrick tried to save the rebound inbounds. It's pinballed around, taken by Schuring on the right side. Top of the key to Shelby Solberger. Left side, Peyton Jurlid takes a three-pointer. Got it. Peyton Jurlid with 8. 27-11 Decorah. 6:35 to play second quarter. On the left wing with it is Clute. Clute leaves it to Fitzpatrick, spinning towards the left baseline. Runner from 5, no good. McDonough the board for Decorah. Outlet right to Shelby Stahlberger. Now to Taylor Schuring, who dribbles up into the front court. Back between the circles to Shelby Stahlberger. Shelby leaves it to Kriegel at the free throw line. Right side to Jurlid. Spots up for another three and got it. Jurlid, 3 3-pointers, 11 points on the night. Full timeout asked for by Edco. We have 6:06 to play here in the second quarter. It is a lead of 30-11 for the Vikings. And we'll take a break for Hacker Nelson. 6:06 to play here in quarter number 2. 30-11 Vikings. Turnovers have been a little shaky, but you expect a little bit of that early on in the season. Shooting's been darn good to this point.
Darren, I can't tell you how good it's been. I could look at the stats and get a better idea. We're 5 for 5 from three-point land.
Wow.
And we're not too shabby on the other end of things either, although we've dropped off a bit. We're 6 from 11 for there. So anytime you're shooting by about 75%, you can't complain.
6:06 to play here in the second quarter. It is a 30-11 lead for Decorah. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.net. Fitzpatrick with the basketball, right side, goes in the right corner to Clute. Clute around the screen to the top of the key. Her pass knocked around, taken by McDonough, and a loose ball foul is going to be called on Edco. The foul will go against Cayenne Braden. That'll be her second and the team's fourth. 5:50 to play here in the second quarter. 9 turnovers on Edco. Jurlid, lob pass underneath the Kriegel left block, put up a wild shot, no good. Rebound Fitzpatrick for Edco. She'll bring it to the front court to our right. Over on the right side to Katie Bush. Bush driving to the free throw line, now stops. Over on the left side to Ronenbaum. Ronenbaum left to the key underneath the Fitzpatrick, put up a wild shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Schuring for Decorah. Now to Stahlberger up the right side of the floor. Stahlberger, midcourt area to Taylor Schuring on the drive into the lane, put it up from the left block. The runner does not fall, and Fitzpatrick the rebound for Edco. 5:08 to play second quarter. It is a 30-11 lead for Decorah. Underneath at the right block, Ronenbaum puts it up and in. Ronenbaum leading Edco in scoring with 8. It is 30-13 Vikings. 5 minutes to play second quarter. Jurlid, midcourt area to Taylor Schuring. Schuring a lob pass underneath the Kriegel. Lost control of the basketball. Got it back to Jurlid on the left wing. Drives into the lane. Put up the shot. No good. But a foul is called. So Peyton Jurlid will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple. And the foul will go against Cayenne Braden. That will be personal number 3 on her and team foul number 5.
Again, a nice take to the basket there. Finishing with the left hand. It's always good to see.
Peyton with 11 points, 9 from three-point range to this point on 3 3-pointers. First free throw is no good.
I think she needs to step outside the arc.
Yeah, probably makes it more comfortable for her. But adding that drive after the shot fake, a good thing to add to the repertoire there.
Yes, absolutely, Darren. It didn't go this time, but you never know. Next time it might.
Second free throw is no good. Rebound down to Kriegel for Decorah. Now to Jurlid, midcourt area to Schuring. Schuring underneath at the right block to Maria McDonough. Put up the shot, no good. Kriegel got the rebound, put it up, no good. Third time a charm for Caitlin Kriegel, getting her first bucket on the third chance opportunity. 32-13 the score. On the right side with it is Clute. Clute takes a 10-footer. It's no good. Loose ball foul on the board, and I believe it is going to go against Decorah. Yep. Or no, it's going to go the other way. Yep. Caitlin Ronenbaum, her first, team foul number 6. 4:17 to play in the quarter. 32-13 Vikings. A 19-point lead here for the season opener in 2014-2015. Inbounds comes to Peyton Jurlid. Jurlitt up the right side of the floor, leaves it on the right wing to Stahlberger, and she is bumped into and fouled by Caitlin Ronenbaum. Ronenbaum, her second, team 7th, so Vikes going to be shooting throws for the final 4:10 of the first half. Stahlberger will shoot a couple. Vikes were a 57% free throw shooting team a year ago. As the first free throw's up and good.
They need to improve on that, Darren. You'd like to shoot about at least 70% from the free-throw stripe. They're going to give it to you.
Well, and it's sad how few high school teams actually do that anymore.
Yeah, well, let's not stop there.
Yeah, exactly. As the second free throw up and good for Shelbs. 34-13. Vikings up 21 with 4:05 to play the second quarter. On the right side with it, Hannah Hess. Hess works on Taylor Skirring, dribbles up in the lane, lost control of it, goes out of bounds, last touch by Taylor Skirring. 3:57 to play here in the second quarter. It's a 34-13 lead for the Vikings, and Fitzpatrick will play it baseline left. And tonight we have to emphasize it's the Decorah Vikings and not the Edco Vikings. Inbounds it comes, and it's knocked out of bounds by Maria McDonough.
It's always hard for me to look at these guys and think of them as Vikings when they're in black and gold.
Inbounds it comes to Hess in the right corner, and Hess cans a three-pointer. Hess with the three-pointer, make it 34-13. Jurlin midcourt area to Taylor Skirring. Skirring around a screen right side, picking up her dribble, goes down the key to Maria McDonough. McDonough bounce pass underneath to Monteith. Nice up and under move. Goes up off the glass and in.
Very nice move, Darren.
Riley Monteith with 6 points on the night. 36-16 the score. Decorah on top by 20 with 3:20 to play here in the second quarter. Deep on the right side with it, Caitlin Ronenbaum. Ronenbaum to the free throw line. Put it up high off the glass. It didn't draw iron. Rebound Taylor. Skirring quickly up the right side. Taylor lost it, got it back, put it up and in. And Skirring now with 12 on the night and a 30-second timeout asked for by Edco. 38-16, Decorah on top. And just some brief observations more than the statistic end of things. And when I talked to Coach Storhoff about it this week, talked a lot about the strength training program. Mm-hmm. These kids are bigger, stronger, and faster, and you've gotten a lot of kids to buy in to what Coach Tungen is doing in the weight room. You can tell that. Well,
I can go back to that last play that Kriegel had down here on the offensive board. She had two rebounds and three shots, and she made her third one. Last year, she'd have never come close to that.
Exactly.
Because after the first shot, she'd have got knocked over, or she'd have fallen off balance or whatever, and wouldn't be able to go back up. So there's no doubt that strength program is something that we have to do in our day and age, Darren.
And the kids are buying into it. That's the most important thing. 38-16 with 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Fitzpatrick throws it into the second row of the bleachers, so that'll be turnover number 10 on Edco, 7 on Decorah.
Do you think it's too late for me to just try a strength program?
Well, if you start one, then I'll have to start one, and yeah.
Ooh. Tempting.
Jurla to the free throw line, and McDonough underneath to Olinger at the left block. Turnaround shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Clute for Edco. Now to Fitzpatrick up into the front court. Fitzpatrick on the right side, spinning to the right block, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound pinballed around, taken by Riley Monteith for Decorah. Now to Jurla, left side to Skirring, three-pointer up and good, and the Vikes are 6 for 6 from long distance. Wow.
Well,
15 for Skirring, 41-16 Vikings. 2:08 to play second quarter. Hess in the right corner. Hess guarded by Jurlin. Her pass through the hands of Bush, and it's going to go out of bounds on the far side, and the ball will be Decorah's.
11th turnover on the Edco Vikings, Darren. And so far, this trapping press that Decorah is running is really bothering them.
Skirring on the right wing, back between the circles to Jurlid left of the lane to Olinger. Turnaround shot up and good. Olinger with 7 points on the night.
There's a shot that would not have been made last year either, Darren.
43-16 with a minute or 100 seconds to play here in the second quarter. On the left side with it is Bush. Bush takes a 15-footer, no good. Rebound on the weak side. A tie-up between Skuring and Ronenbaum, or rather Clute. And the alternating possession will go to Edco. Minute 33 to play till halftime. Inbounds comes Ronenbaum at the top of the key, drives in, put up the shot, no good. Fitzpatrick got the board and put it up for 2. Fitzpatrick with 7 now, 43-18. Decorah on top. Stahlberger, midcourt area to Jurlid. Jurlid on the dribble, midcourt area, right side to Skuring. Skuring around a screen, taking a 15-footer. Got it. Taylor Skuring with 17 points. 45-18. Decorah on top. With 1 minute to play here in the second quarter. Fitzpatrick on the drive of the lane, leaves it on the right side of Ronenbaum underneath Fitzpatrick. She couldn't handle the pass. Going to the floor to steal it was Stahlberger, and her outlet pass was taken by Fitzpatrick, and it was ended up in the hands of Bush. Bush put up the shot, no good. The ball will go out of bounds and go to Edco.
That was kind of a strange event at Ferris there, Darren.
45 seconds left here in the second quarter. 45-18 as Jurlid deflects the ball out of bounds. We mentioned Decorah 6 for 6 from three-point range. You know how many three-pointers Decorah made last year?
5.
Well, 24 to be precise,
okay.
But still. They're on pace to beat that total this year. It's fair to say. 40 seconds left in the quarter as Fitzpatrick throws it into the Decorah bench. That's turnover number 12 on Edco.
Needless to say, Darren, there's no way you're going to shoot 100% from three-point range every game, but what a nice start for Decorah. Confidence builder.
Stahlberger up into the front side with the behind-the-back dribble. Live pass right corner to Taylor Skuring. Skuring back between the circles to Stahlberger. Left side to Jurlid. Jump pass underneath to Olinger, but she was in the lane too long and a 3-second violation called. 23.3 to play second quarter. It's a 45-18 lead for the Decorah Vikings. They led 21-9 at the end of the first quarter. Up to the front court comes Fitzpatrick, spinning away from a defender. Fitzpatrick driving all the way to the right block against Stahlberger. Put up a 5-footer and got it. Fitzpatrick with 9. It's 45-20. Long one at the horn, partially deflected by Edco, and that's that for the first half. 45-20. Decorah will go off leading here at the halftime break. Let's take a break for Rockweather Appliance and TV, Ace Hardware, Decorah Tire Service, and Paul Hudson, your State Farm Insurance agent. 45-20. Decorah leading here at the halftime break. Coming up tomorrow on FM 100.5, you can tune to Iowa Hawkeye football. Hawks in Wisconsin, 12:30 for the pregame, 2:30 for the kickoff. Here on your home for the Hawks in Northeast Iowa, FM 100.5. Coming up Tuesday night, it'll be Decorah girls basketball will be making the road trip that night as the Viking girls will travel to Cedar Rapids Xavier, taking on the always tough Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints. Pre-game beginning at 7:30 approximately, and we'll bring it home to you that night on AM 1240 KDEC and at KDECradio.net as well. And then we'll have the next week, we'll have the wrestling opener down at LaPorte City. Very talented Union squad. And a Vinton Schellsburg squad. Those will be the two teams Decorah will wrestle on December 2nd. Dave Omdahl and I will have the coverage for that one. And then we'll have the boys basketball opener down at Cedar Falls on December the 4th at 7:30 as well. So we're just getting underway with our basketball coverage here for 2014. 45-20. Decorah leads it here at the halftime break. Coach B playing a little hurt tonight, but he's here. Why? Because he's a gamer.
Yeah, well, the voice is a little ragged because I've got a little bit of a cold, but I'll tell you what, Darren, I'm looking for another great half here of Decorah basketball if they continue doing what they did in that first half.
Stahlberger, Skuring, Olinger, Kriegel, and Jurlid out for Decorah. On the high post right, Olinger leaves it at the free throw line to Kriegel. Put up the shot, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds off the hands of Olinger. And Edco will play it. Fitzpatrick, Ronenbaum, Braden, Bush, and Hess out for Edco. Three-pointer left corner. Katie Bush, no good. Rebound, Caitlin Kriegel for Decorah. Nada scurrying up into the front court. Taylor pulls up. Three-pointer, top of the key, no good. Rebound, Kriegel. Left of the lane. Kriegel lost control of it. Got it back, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Edco. The foul will go against Fitzpatrick. That'll be her first and the team's first as well. 30 seconds into half number 2. 45-20 the score. Here is Scurrying. Three-pointer up and good. Got the feedback from Jurlett, and Taylor Scurrying, I think, might have her first 20-point game of her career.
Certainly time for it, Darren.
48-20 the score as a tie-up between Scurrying and Hess. Alternating possession will stay with Edco with 7:10 to play here in the third quarter.
Taylor was a heck of a ball player in 7th and 8th grade when I had an opportunity to coach her. So I tell you what, hopefully I didn't screw her up too badly.
You can tell she's worked on her game quite a bit in the offseason. Bounce pass underneath to Carrie Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick dribbling in on Stahlberger, and it ends up in a tie-up between Fitzpatrick and Kriegel. Alternating possession will go to Decorah. 7:02 to play here in the third. 48-20. Decorah on top.
Good team defense there, Darren. Forced the girl, got her in double team situation.
Scurrying up into the front court. Scurrying driving down the lane. Leaves it off to Olinger at the right side, and she'll put up a 5-footer up and good. Tess with 4 off the feed from Taylor, and it's 50-20 Decorah. 6:45 to play in the quarter. Here's the pass intercepted by Peyton Jurlett. Jurlett will dribble up the right side through a Stahlberger screen. Attacks the right baseline. Leaves it to Scurrying left side to Stahlberger. Shelby's going to take the three-pointer, no good. But Tess got the rebound at the right block. Put it up, no good. Kriegel got the rebound. Put it up and in. Her 2 buckets have been third chance opportunities tonight.
Darren, we would have never seen that last year.
Correct. 52-20 the score. Driving into the lane is Bush. Bush puts up the wild shot, no good. Loose ball taken right side by Hess. Hess puts up 10-footer, no good. Rebound down to Tess Olinger, and the foul on the way out for Edco. That'll be the second foul on Edco, and Mr. Armel will tell us that it's Katie Bush getting the personal. Katie with her first and the team second. So a 30-second timeout here from Bridget. 6:05 to play here in the third quarter. 52-20, Decorah on top.
And again, Darren, what I alluded to there is that last year we just did not have the strength to get in there and mix it up like we are tonight. And again, we can attribute that to a lot of things. If it's a strength program, by golly, that's a good idea then for all of you listeners out there to get involved in. But I think a lot of it too is just that year of maturity. Being in the program a little longer, that certainly has a little bit to do with it as well.
And from a skill standpoint, I know a few of them put more time in than they had previously in years past. And I think you got a group of kids that was probably sick of the 6 wins and the 4 wins per season and everything like that.
Well, this is their year, Darren.
And granted, we're not going to get overly excited anything before Thanksgiving, but at the same time, hopefully this is a sign of things to come. Jurlett on the right side to Taylor Scurrying. Scurrying at the free throw line to Olinger. Takes a 15-footer. It's no good. Rebound down to Edco. Fitzpatrick got it. Fitzpatrick underneath the Ronenbaum down the lane. Lays it up and in. That's maybe the first time that they've had an uncontested shot, Darren. Ronenbaum with 10 points on the night. It is 52-22. 5:24 to play. Third quarter. Taylor Scurrying, three-pointer right side, no good. Rebound down to Olinger. Tess goes up and gets fouled. Tess got the rebound that time, and will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple after the foul on Ronenbaum, which will be her third and the team's second. Decorah 5 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. Tess first free throw up and good. She's got 5. 53-22 the score. Decorah up 31 on opening night for 2014. Second one coming. Second one up and good. 6 for Olinger. 54-22. Decorah on top by 32 with 5:15 to play here in the third quarter. On the right side with it is Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick off to Clute, and Clute traveled with it on the right wing. And that is turnover number 15. Both teams have kind of cleaned it up after a real sloppy start. But, again, game number 1, you got to grade a little bit on a curve. Stahlberger, left side of Peyton Jurlett. Jurlett on the left wing underneath the Stahlberger at the left block. Goes up, shot block, foul called. Fitzpatrick got her on the way up.
Again, good ball movement there, Darren.
Fitzpatrick with personal number 2, team foul number 4, Larry.
Well, Decorah's living right now on the ball reversal. They're getting the ball around to that weak side faster than the defense can get over there, and it's creating all kinds of advantage situations.
Stahlberger's first free throw up and good. She's got 3 points, and all have come from the free throw line. It's 55-22. And the second free throw coming. It is up. It is no good. Tess Olinger skied for the rebound. Lost control of it. Goes out of bounds, and Etco will have it.
Wow. Good try, Tess. Wow.
She came from out of nowhere. Technically, I guess she had to be somewhere, right, science teacher? Underneath at the right block, Ronenbaum puts it up and in. Can you literally come out of nowhere? 55-24. Stahlberger underneath the Olinger right block. Tess puts it up, no good. Rebound pinballed around, taken by Fitzpatrick. She'll bring it up the right side of the floor for Etco. Fitzpatrick driving to the right baseline against Stahlberger. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ronenbaum, and she'll go up and get fouled. Trying to have an educational discussion there, partner.
Well, I'm trying to think about that. I'm trying to think if you can get somewhere from nowhere.
Skirring, foul number 3, team foul number 1. I think you're maybe trying to rely on a road trip where perhaps we've gotten lost, and you're trying to... Free throw was no good by Ronenbaum, by the way.
Us get lost?
Yeah, well, we gotta... Don't we gotta know where the heck we are to begin with? As the second free throw no good, but Fitzpatrick got the rebound, put it up and in. Fitzpatrick with 11. 55-26 the score. It's a 29-point lead for Decorah. Scoring right side to Maria McDonough. McDonough underneath the Craigle turnaround shot up and good. Got it in one motion and put it up and in. 6 for Caitlin Craigle.
Nice patience there, Darren, on offense.
It is a lead of 57-26. Biggest lead has been 32 for Decorah. Here's the knock away from Hazen, a steal by Skirring. She'll drive in and lay it up for 2. 22 for Skirring, 59-26 Decorah. 3:40 to play here in the third quarter. And a timeout is going to be asked for by Etco coach Jenny Bush. It is 3:39 left here in quarter number 3. Etco leading by a 59-26 margin. Let's take a break for Wicks Construct.
Got to be somewhere.
Yeah, I thought so.
So that statement, she came from nowhere, can't work.
Also hearing from Vic's Heating and Plumbing in that break. 59-26 the score. Decorah on top. Against Etco to open up the 2014-2015 season tonight. Decorah led 21-9 at the end of the first quarter, 45-20 at halftime, and has never looked back as the ball deflected out of bounds by Decorah. And to our left, Etco will look to get it in bounds. Here's the stat for you, Coach B. Decorah has 59 points right now. What was their top scoring total a year ago? Driving into the lane, and a foul is going to be called. Take your pick between Skirring and...
I would say that if we got to 65, that was probably a pretty good game for us.
Skirring will pick up her 4th, team second. The top total a year ago for Decorah was 62 points.
Yeah. Oh.
And we got 59 here with 3:13 to play in the third quarter.
Hope they don't play for a last shot.
Missed you, buddy. Fitzpatrick, the rebound, or the shot, no good. Rebound down to Craigle, and Craigle's pass to Jurlid goes out of bounds, and it will be Edco basketball.
Yeah. Caitlin just has to understand that she doesn't have to do that there.
Hess with the basketball, midcourt area. Edco shooting to our left. Decorah playing a little zone defense as Hess drives down the lane, put up the shot, no good. Reinenbaum got the rebound, and she couldn't control it to go out of bounds, and Decorah will have it with 2:47 to play here in quarter number 3. 59-26 Decorah.
The only thing that disturbs me a little bit right now is that we're not doing as good a job on the offensive or defensive board as we did earlier. We're not getting blockouts.
Stahlberger dribbles up into the front court. Shobes with it right side to Maria McDonough. Leaves it now to Kriegel, right of the lane, put up the shot, good. Caitlin Kriegel with 6 in the second half and 8 on the night. 61-26 Decorah. 2:22 to play here in quarter number 3. Fitzpatrick into the left corner, and Bush underneath to Fitzpatrick, left block, put up the shot, no good. Rebound down to Caitlin Kriegel. Kriegel's pass deflected, it's loose, chopped 4, and it's going to end up in a tied ball between Jurlid and Fitzpatrick. The alternating possession will go to Edco. 2 minutes to play. Actually, we've hit the 35 margin, so we're running that clock.
That's right.
Everything except free throw situations. On the right side with it is Reinenbaum. Lost control of the basketball. Loose ball tie up between Olinger and Reinenbaum. Alternating possession will go to Decorah.
That'll have to count as a turnover against Edco.
That will be 17 for them. Decorah's really cleaned it up.
They've only had 10 so far. That's good.
That is one stat. And before you got here tonight, I was touching on that as Maria McDonough steps on the sideline, trying to dribble up the court.
Yeah, we don't want to do that, Darren, especially at the sideline like that. Certainly could find a place to pass the ball.
Inbounds it comes to Reinenbaum to Fitzpatrick, and Maria got her money's worth with that body block.
That weight program paid off.
And the foul will go against McDonough. That will be her third, team's third as well. 50 seconds to play here in the third. A 35-point margin for Decorah. It is 61-26. Lob pass inbounds to Reinenbaum at the top of the key. Reinenbaum on the right side to Hess. Hess on the right wing. Bounce pass underneath at the right block to Reinenbaum. Lays it up. No good. Rebound pulled down by Kriegel. Kriegel to Jurlid. Quickly ahead to Stahlberger. Lost control of the ball. And Shelby saves the inbounds, but to the wrong team. Fitzpatrick drives in the lane, put up the shot, no good. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Peyton Jurlid. Or on Carrie Fitzpatrick, with Jurlid taking the charge.
That's
Early
right.
season for me, I'm sorry.
Well, Jurlid did a nice thing there. She didn't try to jump, didn't move. She just stood there and took it.
Third foul on Fitzpatrick, 5th on the team, and that will be the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters done, 61-26 Decorah. And let's take a break for the A&J Petersburg Agency Insurance and Real Estate. Welcome back to Decorah. 61-26 as we go to the 4th quarter of play. Vikes led 21-9 at the end of the first quarter, 45-20 at halftime, and extended the 25-point lead to 35 points as we start the 4th quarter. So clock will run with the exception of free throw situations, and you need to get it back under 25 for regular timing to resume.
Right. And then if it gets back to 35, Darren, what happens? Continuous clock again.
Exactly. You're making me think too much on a Friday night there. Coach B, there's Olinger with the steal on Hess. One of those stats we were going to talk about is that turnover statistic, and that's one thing I brought up before you got here tonight, as McDonough has it on the left side. Last year, Decorah averaged 24 turnovers a game.
24?
And let's break that down even further as Kriegel steps up to a 12-footer and got it to go. Kriegel now in double figures with 10, 63-26. You're lucky to get 50 possessions per basketball game. Now, if you're giving up the ball on 20 4 of those possessions. That's 26 possessions that you can actually score on. You shot 35% last year, so approximately a third of the way, as the shot up by Bush is no good. Alternating possession on the rebound, and Decorah will play it. Now, that's really giving you about 10 possessions a game based on the statistical breakdown that you can score. If you can only score on 10 possessions a game, let's say you get 3 points, that's not setting yourselves up for a heck of a lot of offense. How's that for a mathematical breakdown as Stahlberger tried to get it to McDonough and the ball goes out of bounds?
Well,
6:40 to play here in the, it says the 5th quarter. 63-26 the score.
It's early in the season.
Yeah, for everybody. Hess driving into the lane, lost control of it, taken away by Shelby Stahlberger. Shelby up into the front court. Leaves it on the left side to Peyton Druid. Druid on the left wing, top of the key to McDonough. McDonough on the right side to Shelby Stahlberger. Stahlberger on the right wing, driving to the right baseline, bounce pass across the lane to Maria McDonough, and Maria puts it up for 2. Her first 2 of the season. 65-26 Decorah on top, inside of 6 minutes to play. Ronenbaum, left side to Bush. Bush had it knocked away and a foul is called.
Could you repeat that statistical breakdown again?
Yeah, yes, I can, actually. The foul is on Shelby Stahlberger, and Shelbs will pick up her 3rd personal foul. You're lucky to get 50 points a game, or 50 possessions a game, approximately 1 per minute. Or I guess that would be about 1.5 per minute, as the shot up by Ronenbaum is no good. Rebound down to McDonough. We're down to 5:20 to play in this one. 65-26 the score. You were being facetious, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know if you were paying attention or.
No, that's fine. It's a
Stahlberger jumper up and good. Shelbs with 5. 67-26 the score. But chime in on.
No, that's fine. That's great. I mean, that's what the problem was last year. They were turning the ball over so many times that they couldn't score a lot of points.
Shelby the foul, her 4th. On a drive to the hoop with 4:43 left. We're in running clock area. 67-26 Decorah on top in this one. Hannah Hess goes inbounds to Braden. Braden on the left side to Hess. Hess retreating to the midcourt area. Hess on the dribble, midcourt area, goes on the left side to a new player in. That is Catherine Lee. Lee had it knocked away by McDonough, and McDonough takes it away as well. Maria double-teamed. Her pass intercepted by Bolsinger, and Bolsinger traveled on the way back. So both teams in the giving holiday spirit early.
Yes, isn't that true? It is amazing that it's almost Thanksgiving, Darren.
Yes.
When are we going to make our foggy trip down to Xavier?
Tuesday night.
Oh, okay.
And, of course, that's always a good test, and then that's one of those things where both schools wanted to keep that thing going. Last year it was a pretty good ball game. 2 years ago, frankly, it wasn't down at Cedar Rapids Xavier.
Be interesting. This will be a good yardstick for this crew this year.
Stahlberger to Olinger, left side, jumper up and good from 15. Olinger with 8 on the night, 67-26 the score. 3:25 left in this one.
Excuse me, Darren, but Olinger and Kregel have all shown an ability to shoot that outside jumper.
Really, it was the guard court doing the scoring in the first half, and it's really been more the interior folks here in the second half. As the three-pointer is up by Hess, no good. Rebound down to Kregel for Decorah. Quickly ahead to Olinger, now to Skuring, and a timeout. I think Bridget's just going to sub here, and that's exactly what she's going to do. Hannah Sinking coming in, Melanie Gossman coming in, Kelsey Cruz coming in, as well as I think there was another player coming in as well. We'll check that after the timeout. So,
trivia question.
Okay.
Who's our number one listener?
Ruth Price.
Well, hello, Ruth. I know you're listening tonight. I'm sure you had it on your calendar all the way through the season.
Yep.
Certainly appreciate that. And hopefully you've had a good year, and looking forward to the rest of this one and into next. Did you say Kelsey Cruz? Is that the one we missed?
Nope. Riley Monteith is in, as well as Hannah Sinkink, as Kelsey Cruz, Maria McDonough, and Melanie Gassman going to be the quintet on the floor. We have 3 minutes left in the ball game. It's 69-26. This was a total that Decorah did not reach last year. Of course, a couple years ago down in Edco, they reached a total that they'd never reached before in program history, 100 points. That was one of the craziest nights.
That was quite a game.
McDonough on the left side to Hannah Sinkink. Sinkink top of the key to Melanie Gaspin. Over on the right side to Kelsey Cruz. Cruz on the right wing. Top of the key to McDonough. Left side to Gaspin. Gaspin holding and looking back between the circles to Cruz. Cruz to McDonough underneath to Kelsey. Put up the shot. No good, and a foul is called.
Yep.
Pretty good patience for a group that probably hasn't worked a ton together, at least in game competition.
No, certainly not in game competition, being the first game.
Well, and I'm looking back to last year, too.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Thanks for keeping me on my toes. As Kelsey's first free throw up and good. 2:25 left in the ball game. It's 70-26 Decorah.
It'll be a fun season if Decorah can continue to play like they have tonight, Darren.
Cruz, their second free throw up and good. It is a 70-26 lead, as with it on the left side, a jumper up by Catherine Lee, no good. Rebound pulled down by Cruz for Decorah. Now to McDonough. McDonough, right corner to Melanie Gaspin. Gaspin right of the lane to Monteith, back to McDonough. Or to Gaspin, to Cruz. Tried to get it to McDonough, and an intercepted pass there by Clute for Edco. 1:50 left in the game, and here's the steal by Monteith. Quickly ahead to Maria McDonough, and the All-State academic cross-country runner will lay it up for two.
And boy, I tell you, there's good hustle by her to get that layup.
72-26. Decorah leading with 1:31 left here in the ball game. With it on the left side, Kylie Almling. Almling lost control of it. It goes out of bounds. So turnover number 24 there on Edco. We're down to 1:16 to play here in this one. Very good start for Decorah tonight. Very hot shooting in the first half. 7 of 11 from three-point range tonight. And this is a team that only made 24 three-point goals all season a year ago. We're inside of a minute left as the jumper up is no good by Hannah Sinkink. Ball goes out of bounds and Edco will play it. (72-26), 40 seconds to play. Lee driving left side, put up the shot, no good. The rebound pulled down by Decorah. Melanie Gaspin brings it up the right side of the floor. Gaspin dribbles all the way out.
Go to the basket, Kelsey. You're wide open.
Right side with it is Cruz. Back to Gaspin with 15 seconds. This is the highest point total in 4 seasons for Decorah, as McDonough takes the jumper up and good with 6 seconds. 74-26 the score, and that's going to be that. Decorah wins it 74-26. Defensively, they pitch a shutout in the fourth quarter in doing so. And overall, things to work on, but a lot of good things on night number 1 of the season here tonight. Let's take a look at some of the numbers in this one. Decorah was led by Taylor Skruring with 22 points on the night, 11 for Peyton Jurlid, 10 for Caitlin Kriegel. 8 points for Tess Olinger, 6 points for Riley Monteith, 6 for Maria McDonough, 5 for Shelby Stahlberger, and 2 points for Kelsey Cruz. Only 3 players scored for Edco tonight. 12 for Caitlin Ronenbaum, 11 for Carrie Fitzpatrick, and Hannah Hess with 3 points. Decorah was 10 of 14 at the free throw line tonight, and 3 of 8 was Edco. This is actually the highest total for Decorah since that game down at Edco back in 2011, in which they scored 100. Decorah, in fact, had not scored in the 70s even since that time, Larry.
Well, let's hope it doesn't happen there. If you recall that particular season, we had that superb game there, and I think the next game, if I'm not mistaken, we scored something like 35 points.
Not even that, actually.
And so what we have to do is we have to make sure that we build on what we did here tonight. It's great coming out party, so to speak, and certainly a lot of fun for the fans to see, and hopefully it'll turn out the best for us. Decorah ended up shooting about 60% for the game, Darren, and anytime you can do that kind of thing in a ball game, that's certainly noteworthy. And on the other hand, we only had 15 turnovers, and they had 24, so not only did we take care of the basketball a lot better than we did last year, trimmed off about 9 turnovers on our average, but we also held them in check, too, on defense, which is really good to see. So a lot of good things, a lot of positives here tonight, and certainly something that I look forward to seeing these girls down the road against a team like Xavier. We'll see what they're made of.
And that's the bottom line. I think with where you're at, you got a... it's sometimes funny when you had a 4-18 team last year that returns a lot of kids. Unfortunately, things haven't gone your way from a win-loss perspective. I think it's good to maybe have an opponent like this, and this is no disrespect to Edco. They're just not quite there yet, and they're going to have some growing pains just developing some other kids besides the Fitzpatrick girl, but by the end of the year, they're going to be a decent team. But at the same time, it's one of those deals where good to get a victory. Now it's good to get a test, and you're going to get the one on Tuesday night.
That's right, Darren. And certainly Edco is a good ball club. They play hard. They're well coached. They just don't have the ammunition right now to cause a lot of damage. And again, maybe by the end of the year they will, but certainly they have some building plans to go through. But let's get back to Decorah and we'll look at them. I'm well pleased with the way Decorah has played tonight, and certainly the way they went up and down the floor is something that you'd like to build on and see what we can get done. I'm really impressed by, more impressed by the play of our bigs. The gals that we have as forwards and inside. They played a lot better ball game tonight. I mean, they were aggressive. They went for the ball. They got a lot of rebounds. They had some good shots. They didn't get pushed off balance or fall off on their shots. They went straight up and were able to shoot the ball with some authority. And boy, I tell you, it was certainly fun to see.
Your final thoughts on this one, Coach B?
It was a good ball game for me to get a chance to see, and certainly the best thing about the whole night, Darren, is I got a chance to work with you again.
Well, good to have you back there, partner, and it's good to get a victory tonight, and we'll look forward to a road trip to Cedar Rapids on Tuesday night. Get the popcorn ready, man.
I'll do it. I got the popper greased up, ready to rip.
All right, Larry Berland exiting the broadcast. Many people to thank for making it possible. First and foremost, our advertisers, the good sports-minded people who helped us bring the game wherever you were tonight. Without their help, this coverage would not be possible. So, as always, we encourage you to support the businesses who support local high school sports. And lastly, and most importantly, we thank you, that's right, you, the listener, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. Decorah wins it by a 74-26 margin. We'll be with you again on Tuesday night as the Decorah Vikings take on the Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints. Our pregame will begin at 7:30. So for Larry Berland and a cast of thousands, I'm Darren Swenson saying so long as Decorah wins it 74-26. Thanks a bunch for tuning in. We'll talk to you again on Tuesday night. Have a great weekend, everybody.